What is going on, everybody? It's Greenlight Fire Station 7, and today we are out in the shop, and I got a couple things to go over. First thing is going to be this, and then we're going to do some stuff with that truck there. So, we're going to start with this. This is a Traxxas TRX4. For all you guys that have not been, this is your first time seeing this video, this is the TRX4 Blazer. I got aftermarket wheels and tires on it, and I did weathered American flags on both sides of the truck and the Fox Racing in the back. I also have some metal bumpers for the front and rear. Anyway, so today I went ahead and I installed the Traxxas light kit, which this one's for the Blazer. You can get the one for the Defender. You can get the one for the Bronco as well. So this kit includes headlights, front blinkers, side blinkers, and taillights. So let's get this thing opened up and I'll show you what's going on. Alright, so now we have her all opened up, we can go ahead and take a look. So when you get this out of the box, you're going to get 5 different pieces, well actually 6 different pieces. You're going to get a control module with 2 wires. You're going to get a second control module with a bracket. You're going to get a front wiring thing and a rear wiring harness and some accessories. So I'll kind of go over everything. So what you're going to do is you're going to get, there's 2 mounts here and here on either side of your 2-speed transmission servo, and your black wire is going to go to this red wire coming off the ECU. Your red wire is going to go around and go into your receiver housing. That's all you need to do for the chassis. Next, you're going to go ahead and you're going to get your headlights. You're going to pull the existing headlights out. There's a little black piece in the back that pops off. You have a little chrome piece that goes into the headlight right here, and then your circuit board goes into it, and then these black things go on, and then your other wire will just snap right into your side markers. You'll do that on both sides, as well as your tail lights. Now you're going to make sure your longer wire is on the passenger side. Now I messed up and put it up, the longer wires, yeah, I got to be on the passenger side. I messed up and put it on the driver's side because I had it upside down, so I had to pull them and flip them over. And then you'll take off the small little bracket right here on the driver's side, and you will place the bracket there, and then you'll put the receiver module on there. And then you just plug everything in. So all your headlights are going to go into these white housings here. Your taillights are going to go in the red housing, and then they give you this little green jumper that you put in here. If you don't have that in there, the lights will be kind of dim for a low beam. If you keep them in, it'll be a high beam. I'd rather just kind of have it on a high beam because I could be running it at night. And then on this truck, there's along the grill mounts these little loops here. Those are zip tie points. So they give you some zip ties and you put the zip ties on. Same thing on the tail lights and the back handle. So you put the zip ties in on all those. And then they actually give you 2 anchors. So when you loop it around the side, you can zip tie it there and there with those anchors. You plug everything in, and then this wire plugs into your receiver here. And you can go. You can actually wire in other things into the receivers as well. If if you want, you can wire in really anything. I didn't realize it till after I had all this hooked up, but I could have just plugged it right into this power module here and then turn it on and off with the switch. So I might actually end up doing that. Is just plug it right in here, turn on and off with the switch. Let me go ahead and plug that in real quick, and I'll show you. Actually, once I plugged it in, I kind of realized that this switch is a 3-prong, not a 2-prong, so that's not going to work. But that switch will be useful for when I do stuff like pod lights like I have on that truck there. So anyway, that's how that all kind of goes together. And it's really nice to give you little anchor points there. They're just double-sided tape you stick in and whatever. And then I guess if you were to run their rock lights, I think you can run them off of this receiver as well, so you have headlights and rock lights. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look into it. Now, I'm going to grab the second TRX4, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about where this receiver connects. Alright, so now we got the TRX4 Sport on the bench. The only difference between those two trucks was a couple differences. This has 1-speed transmission. This one's got fully locked front end, front diffs and rear diffs, as well as it doesn't have those big mud guards and whatnot. So as you can see here, you can see like, I don't even know if your servos would, I guess your servo would mount right there. So you can kind of see where everything is. This one I also ran in wiring for it as well, but this is not on a switch. It's just a regular plug and play wire for if I wanted to, you know, hook up accessories in the future. Anyway, these are the two knobs right here that receiver mounts to. Obviously, like I said, there's a servo here for your 2-speed transmission, but in this truck there isn't one. So that's where your nubs would line up, would be right here. That's where the receiver would line up. This truck here is the one I actually bought. That one I got on trade from a friend of mine. He had put everything that's kind of on it, or I mean, basically it was stock except for the wheels and tires. Those are aftermarket. This one is completely stock. All right, so the next car on the bench is the race car, as I like to call it, and friends and family know as this is the race car. Reason being is this is a Traxxas / 2-wheel drive VXL. So what that means is the Traxxas / is the model. So it's your Traxxas trophy truck in 1/10 scale. Obviously I have a VW body on it. I actually have 2 VW bodies. I run that body. As you can see, it's all scratched up and everything. This body has the lights on it and it's all nice and shiny. This is actually the show body. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull our clips on it. I'll talk a little bit more about this car. So this car kind of got me into racing and into the 1/10 scale RC family. So there's the body. So this is pretty simple. I have a couple upgrades with it, and I'll talk about what VXL means in a minute. So the two biggest upgrades I have is the RPM front bumper, and this used to have light brackets here, but it got in a couple tumbles and the lights broke. And then it's got the RPM rear bumper, and the reason I wanted the RPM rear bumper was to have the mud flaps. Other upgrades, I wired in a whole switch system to run those lights if I want to. Not that I do much night running with it. And I've also upgraded the gear oil, or not the gear oil, the oil in all the shocks. So I went from like a 40 weight to a heavier 30 weight. And what that does is it actually makes the suspension a lot stiffer. Couple other things I've done to it is I got paddle tires on it. I have the 2 original rear tires. I have a set of Upshot Speed Tread Upshot street tires. Obviously the white lettering's kind of worn off on them. And then I got a pair of Speed Tread breakaways, which are going on it tonight. Same rims as the Upshots. Those are just dirt tires. The reason being is I didn't put one of my tires on tight enough, and I actually spun a hub. And if you can see here, see how that's nice and, you know, it's got the sharp edges on it and stuff. It's nice and hexagonal, I guess. This one's kind of rounded out. That's because this one got broken. I keep it, though, just in case I need a spare tire for something. I always keep spare as much as I can. When I put 2 new shocks in the front. This one, the one on this side was bent, so I bought 2 new ones, and I saved all the parts for one, which is right there. So that's it. Oh, and then Valenian means this is a 3S brushless motor. It takes 5,000 3-cell 5,000 milliamp LiPos. This thing's got equivalent of 0.75 horsepower for all you car guys out there. So what we're doing with this is we're actually going to put the wheels and tires on here. The reason being is I only got these and the street tires, but I want a set of just regular all-terrain tires, and these ones they're okay, but they're eh. So we're going to do that. While I'm doing that, you guys get to watch a video of this car running the other day with those tires on it in the back as well. It's not the ones with the paddles. So we'll cut to that now. I will see you guys in a second. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick little clip of this thing moving. I know this thing's pretty quick. It did not get a lot of air on that hill though when it went up, just because I didn't have these paddles on really propelling it. So as it was bouncing up, the wheels were spinning. Here it is with the new meat on it. It looks pretty good. I mean, it looks just like how it would with the speed treads on them. Just these ones are now a little over a year old. They're really good street tires, but I think these are going to be a really good all-around tire, which means I don't need to run these as much. So these will probably get kind of put away, and then I'll just run the paddles on the rear. Oops, wrong paddle for that side. I'll just run the paddles on the rear with those on the front when I want to, really run it hard. So I think we'll be pretty good with all that, and we'll just put these up here as well. So there we go. We just got our tires all stacked up. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and run this thing, break these tires in, see how they feel on the car. They sure do look awesome with that white lettering. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video of that truck and this truck, and I'll see you guys next time. I know that this is not fire department related stuff, but I have kind of been at a lull with that, just because there's not really much out right now. So, I promise I'll get back to it when I, in a couple weeks. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at GreenLightFireStation7, as well as comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you guys really do like these RC videos, I can make more of them too. So just let me know. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.